Well, welcome to International News Tonight. His Holiness Pope Leon appeals for dialogue to end wars in Ukraine and Middle East. Speaking at the Regina Coeli after Mass in Angola, His Holiness Pope Leon XIV expresses closeness to the people of Ukraine amid intensified attacks and appeals for dialogue and diplomatic efforts in Lebanon. News in detail.
Pope Leo appeals for dialogue to end wars in Ukraine and Middle East. Speaking at the Regina Coeli after Mass in Angola, Pope Leo expresses closeness to the people of Ukraine amid intensified attacks and appeals for dialogue and diplomatic efforts in Lebanon. Pope Leo on Sunday renewed his appeal for a path of dialogue to be pursued in Ukraine, which is under increased Russian attacks, and in the Middle East, where he said a ceasefire in Lebanon is a sign of hope. He was speaking during the Regina Coeli address after Holy Mass in Kiramba, district of Rwanda in Angola on Sunday, on the second day of his visit to the Southern African nation. I deeply regret the recent intensification of attacks against Ukraine, which continue to affect the civilian population, Pope said, and he expressed his closeness and prayers to all who are suffering. I renew my appeal for the weapons to fall silent, he added, and for the path of dialogue to be pursued. The past week has seen Russia launch the deadliest attacks in months on Ukraine, with more than 700 drones in multiple waves, killing at least 18 people in Odessa, Dnipro, and Kiev. The intensification of strikes came after a brief ceasefire took place during the Orthodox Easter last weekend, although both sides accused each other of hundreds of violations. Pope Leo went on to state that the announced truce in Lebanon is a sign of hope, offering relief to the Lebanese people and to the wider event. I encourage those engaged in seeking a diplomatic solution to continue along the path of peace so that the end of the hostilities throughout the Middle East may become lasting, he appealed. A 10-day ceasefire came into effect on Thursday between Israel and Lebanon, announced earlier in the day by the U.S. President. Israel attacks targeting Hezbollah in Lebanon have killed almost 2,000 people, injured thousands, and displaced tens of thousands. Pope Leo, who is in Angola on the third leg of his four-nation apostolic journey to the African continent, concluded the celebration of Holy Mass in Kiramba Esplanade, inviting the faithful to join. With this joyful hymn, we do not wish to silence or drown out the cry of those who suffer, he said. Rather, we seek to embrace it and join it to our own voices in a new harmony, so that even in pain, the light of faith may remain alive, and with it, the hope for a better world. Noting that Christ conquered death, he said that, united with him and in him as one body, we must strive today and every day to foster around us the fruits of Easter, love, true justice, and peace beyond every obstacle and difficulty. May the Mother of Jesus, Mother of the Heart, help us always to feel alive and strong within us, the presence of her risen Son close at hand.
From Angola.